So Parliament has today been debating the Russia-Ukraine war. Most opposition parties are admonishing the ANC-led government for not condemning Russia. The EFF, however, says there's nothing wrong with the military invasion. Our reporter Lindsay Dentlinger has been following the debate. She joins us from our Cape Town studios. Hi there, Lindsay. So the DA were hoping that ANC MPs would pin their colours to the mast today and actually take a stance. Did that happen?
It did not at all, Sally. They kept to their position that they were not going to take sides in this war, that they were going to remain loyal to Russia for what it has meant to this country during the dark days of apartheid, and that it would stick to its position of peaceful negotiations, of dialogue to bring an end to the conflict. It insisted that what they are terming a neutral stance to this conflict was the best way to go. There were some acknowledgements from the Deputy Finance Minister, David Masondo, of what this could mean for rising living costs in South Africa. We did not hear from the Minister of International Affairs, Naledi Pandor, although she was present in the session and did respond to some other matters prior to this debate, and it was her deputy who set the scene in terms of what the ANC's position was on this matter, and which the others then picked up from her and held that line very firmly, and Candice Masejo Dlamini saying that implored on South Africans not to take sides in this war and to back government in its view that this matter should be resolved at the negotiation table. Here's what she told the House at the start of that debate.
Government of South Africa, we urge all South Africans not to take side on the conflict between Russia and Ukraine, as this could go against our principle. In addition, South Africa has a good bilateral relation in the both countries.
And quite a varied response from opposition parties. Tell us about that.
Varied indeed, Sally, but I dare say that most opposition parties did not share the ANC's view not to call out Russia. They said that if they felt that the ties, they didn't want to upset the friendship with Russia, that true friends will tell another one where they are wrong, and felt that South Africa should not be bullied by the Russian President Vladimir Putin and should call him out for entering the Ukraine and for what is now unfolding a humanitarian crisis in that country. The EFF, however, as you pointed out, said that there was nothing wrong with this military invasion, and this their view that Russia was trying to protect its position from NATO, and therefore didn't see anything wrong with Russia trying to protect its borders and protect its sovereignty. But the DA, of course, saying by South Africa maintaining that it was choosing a neutral position, that it was in fact choosing the side of the aggressor, and that was also the view shared by the Good Party, for example, the IFP, the Freedom Front Plus, several of them not agreeing that government should adopt this neutral stance, and it was only the NFP, the National Freedom Party, and Al Jamar who were amongst those that said it backed government's view that negotiation was the way to go, and that it shouldn't be calling out Russia directly for invading Ukraine. But here's some of the views expressed by opposition parties this afternoon.
We condemn Russia's illegal invasion in the strongest terms, and we stand firmly with the people of Ukraine. And I urge President Ramaphosa to rethink the position of his government. Think of the plight of the Ukraine. Think of South Africa's place in the world, and think about what this war is going to mean for all of us as South Africans. Choose peace, condemn Russia. Thank you.
There is absolutely nothing wrong with the Russian Federation's preventing the military expansion of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, which is trying to expand its presence towards the borders of the Russian Federation, particularly because NATO is historically known for starting and engaging in neo-colonial and imperialist wars. South Africa's relationship with the Russian Federation is rooted in true bonds of libertarian brotherhood At the core of the Soviet Union was the Russian Federation, and anyone who argues otherwise is being dishonest.
Thus, the South African government has failed dismally in its attempt to be a voice of reason, freedom, and democracy when it chooses to be half pregnant, being neither fish nor fowl on this glaring violation of human rights and international protocols. Neutrality in a war advances the agenda of the aggressor, in this case, Russia.
Very interesting views coming there from our parliamentarians this afternoon on South Africa's stance on the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Thank you, Lindsay.